So before we even get started on diving into the specs of the phone and kind of walking you through it a little bit, I've got to tell you, I love this phone, period. It's probably my favorite phone right now as of the recording of this video, and every video we've done, I've tried the phone. I've used it day to day. This phone is knocking it out of the park right now. Hi, welcome to our review of the GXV3380 Android IP phone. My name's Chris, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Grandstream GXV3380, going through some of the specs, also checking out a little bit of setup and configuration of that device, take you into the admin interface, and just in general walk you through the phone and tell you what we like about it and show you the highlights. If you're new to this channel, I want to thank you for checking out Accent Voice, where we review all kinds of different telecommunications products and services surrounding VoIP and just unified communications in general. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel or give this video a like if you feel so inclined, or even drop us a comment below. We do respond to the comments and we're happy to help where we can. So before we even get started on diving into the specs of the phone and kind of walking you through it a little bit, I've got to tell you, I love this phone, period. It's probably my favorite phone right now as of the recording of this video, and every video we've done, I've tried the phone. I've used it day to day. This phone is knocking it out of the park right now. Used to be the Yealink T58 was the phone I was using, and I love that phone as well. But this guy, and I like new stuff, maybe that's it, but whatever the case may be, this guy really just strikes me as a high quality phone. You take it out of the box and you feel it and you touch it, and it's a really high quality piece of equipment. This touchscreen is fabulous, HD, beautiful pictures, beautiful video, call quality is great, and if it sounds like I'm really talking up the phone, I am, because I really like it a lot. And I don't say that a lot about phones that we review, because there are some really low-end bad phones out there. This one isn't one of that at all. The 3380 is, I think, the third version of the GXV full touch interface phones that Grandstream has done. They had the 3275 and the 3350, and this is the 3380. I've tried all three, and the 3380 is by far a cut above of all of those, and it's really great device. It's a nice high-end phone for probably your power users, or maybe a special application where you want to have video in use. Video is really where this shines. With its full video support, which we're going to get into here in a few minutes, kind of talking up the specs and what kind of video the phone supports. So the first thing you notice when you're using the GXV3380 is it's built on the Android operating system, made popular by Google. Android is on really many different smart devices in today's day and age. You've got obviously smartphones, tablets, TVs, and VoIP desk phones as well. Now, the GXV3380 isn't the only VoIP phone out there running on Android, but they did a great job here integrating Android into the phone's interface. You've got complete access to the Google Play Store, and once you download the Play app, you can do that very easily, and then you can set it up with your Google account, which means you get access to all of your favorite Google apps that you're using on any of your other Android devices today. Word of advice, it does run Android 7, so it may be limited, and the odds that Android updates are going to be supported going forward on this device are probably very limited. So check with your apps to make sure that they're supported on Android 7 before jumping right in. But you do have Play Store access, and you do have a full build of Android 7 on this device, which really sets it apart and makes it super flexible for your users as far as configuring widgets on the phone and really personalizing the device to your personal interest and what you want to do with the phone. So one of the great things about using this phone is its full support of H.264 video. And what that means is that if you've got a phone system or a service, a VoIP service that supports H.264 video, then you can make video calls with other folks that have a video supported phone. I'm going to link a video above here that we did previously on how to make a VoIP video call between actually the predecessor to this phone and a Yealink video phone. You'll be able to see how easy it is to make that VoIP video call for users. You just have to have a system or a service that supports a video standard such as H.264. Accent does with the Voice One Cloud phone system. We fully support video. Our users love it. I actually use it all the time with folks that are working states away. I'm in Ohio here. I video call with folks in Minneapolis and all across the country on a regular basis using this device. It works awesome. Just talking about that video a bit more here, you're going to see, it might be hard to see on the camera here, but it's got a tiltable camera the phone does built in right to the top of it here, so it's really easy to just dial up that video call and make it. It's also got a privacy shutter in case you don't want the camera on at all times. That's a 2 megapixel CMOS camera. It's capable of 1080p video at 36 frames per second, and the display is a 1280 by 800 touchscreen LCD, and it's capable of HD video output as well. The display is really something. I got to tell you, the video probably doesn't do it justice. When you see this phone in person, this is a full interactive display here, really big touchscreen. As I mentioned, it's 8 inches, 1280 by 800, so you really get a lot of landscape or a lot of space to configure your interface or however you might like it. I've got some BLF keys programmed here, got some apps as well. You can flip to the next page and you can see all kinds of apps available. I can download anything I want. Then I flip to this screen here and I've got a full keypad, dial pad access. I can launch an audio call, a video call. I can see calls from folks that have called me in the past here. I love this part. I lift the handset, boom, the telephony interface comes right up. You don't have to do anything. It's really easy for the users. Some users might be scared of this phone because it doesn't have any physical buttons. If you're a user that's used to Android, or you can use an interface like this, the digital buttons, the soft buttons, make it so easy to use this phone. Just as easy as I got a one-touch button right here. I could very easily just touch any of these BLFs and talk to contacts, whether they be on my phone system or speed dials out in off-system numbers. Whatever I want to do, I can do it right here from these programmable buttons in this interface. So excellent layout and excellent engineering when it comes to the interface, the screen size, and the performance of the phone. So beyond Android, what else does the phone have? Well, you're going to see here, I've got no wires plugged into the phone except for power, and I'll just flip the phone around like that a little bit, and all you'll see is power, and that's because it's integrated with full Wi-Fi integration and Bluetooth as well. And I actually run this phone quite a bit on Wi-Fi, not only here at the office, but at my remote office in my home as well. And I can tell you it performs beautifully on the Wi-Fi. No issues with QoS or performance. The phone also has integrated Bluetooth 4.2 in it, so it'll support your Bluetooth headsets. We just did recently a video on integrating Apple AirPods with a Yealink phone that had Bluetooth in it. I'm going to link that video above right here, and you can check that out and see how easy it is to link really any Bluetooth headset with a VoIP phone that has Bluetooth embedded in it. This phone's no different. You could walk through the simple setup on the Bluetooth in the phone here, just going through the settings, and you can link your Apple AirPods, your Motorola headset, your Plantronics headset, whatever headset you might be using with your smartphone or your mobile phone, you can use with this phone as well. So we want to dive into the phone a little bit more now on the admin side. We're going to actually go over to the computer here, browse into the phone, check out the admin interface, the setup, just what it takes to get this phone provisioned or configured to a SIP phone service or a cloud phone system. We're going to be using the Voice One Cloud in this instance, but if you've got support from your current cloud provider, or if you've got a phone system that you want to set this up for, setup's going to be very similar. It might change on the PBX side a little bit, but I'm sure the company you're working with or your IT provider, IT admin, somebody like that can assist. If you're looking for assistance on this phone, or you're looking for a platform that can support this phone, and you want to learn more about it, you can always check us out at accentvoice.com, and we might be able to help you out. You can actually purchase this phone directly from Accent, and you can sign up for cloud phone service with Accent, and we fully support this device and the HD video calling that I was discussing a few moments ago. All right, let's check out the admin interface and lift up the curtain a little bit and see what's going on. Here we are browsed to the IP address of the phone, and you're just going to see that right here in the address bar. So you just go to the phone, and inside the settings button, you can take a look at the network status, and that'll give you the IP address. You want to put that IP address in your browser tab or browser bar here and just browse directly to it. No www, it's just this local IP address here. And it's probably going to be a 172 or a 192 or a 10 dot number. At that point, you're just going to use the default username and password to log into the phone. The default password is admin username and admin password. We've actually changed it here on this phone, so I'm just going to log in. All right, here we go. So we're logged in. We see we're registered with a single account. Right away you can see the phone supports a lot of SIP accounts. It actually supports up to 16 different SIP accounts on one device. Don't know why you would need 16 different SIP accounts for one phone, but you have that ability. Left-hand side here is the navigation bar. You can see the account status where it shows you that yes, I am indeed registered on account 1 here. And then any of the other accounts that you might have registered, you would see the status as well. And I can look at things like the network status, MAC address, IP address, etc. System information, which is going to give you the specific firmware version, the phone's running, model number, etc. Where we really want to focus is the account section here. And the account section is going to give us the ability to set up our SIP account. Under the General Settings tab here, you can see I've got my user information for either my SIP phone service, my SIP phone system, my cloud phone system, or my local phone system that will support a SIP device. Again, just want to reiterate here that this information is very much user specific. It's system and service specific as well. Your administrators are going to be able to provide you with a SIP server address. For cloud phone services or cloud phone systems, that's probably going to be some type of either a DNS address, IP address, or in this case we're using what's called an SRV record or a serve record. I'm going to give you a SIP user ID and authentication ID, a unique SIP password, which you see is not shown here for security purposes, and then some other miscellaneous settings like your display name, what your voicemail access number is, etc. Again, these are all very specific to the phone system and phone service you're using. For this video, we're using the Voice One Cloud. However, if your local phone system or your phone service, your account credentials are going to be required, please contact your administrator or your service provider for that information. Once that info is all set up and configured, all you do is save it, and then the little blue button up here will click apply. You click apply, and then the account will be registered if you put the information in correctly. Again, you'll see that on the status page here with your account status green and registered. There are a lot of different functions on this phone that we can walk through. I just want to go to the applications real quick and take a look at the programmable keys. This is the area we want to highlight where we can set up the widget that has the user's custom designed BLF keys or function keys as well. Adding a key is very easy. I just click add here. I choose the mode I want. You can see I've got a variety of different options here. I can do a speed dial, a BLF key, all different types of functions that Grandstream supports. Whichever function we choose, I can then tie that to a specific account, name it, and then have a user ID or a feature function key sequence. When I have the configuration I want in the setup, I just click add, and it gets added to the list here, which then is shown on the widget that we saw on the front display of the phone. With this phone being Android-based, with the rich touchscreen interface, with the ability to add apps, etc., a lot of the customization that you may do on the phone, that you would do on the phone, would be done through the actual phone user interface and not the administrative interface. The admin interface is great for tweaking your things like your account settings, specific phone settings such as call settings, maybe if you want to enable or disable certain features. However, a lot of what you might be doing is actually through the phone's touch interface itself. Now, I would like to mention that under your accounts and your specific account settings and codec settings, this is where you would enable the specific codecs that the phone and your service or your phone system would support. Your audio codecs, PCMU, is also referred to as G711, very common and most times the standard for phone systems, especially cloud-based calling. G722 as well, very popular. But we scroll down a little further here and we see video codecs. And here's where we can actually enable that H.264 codec, and then some specific parameters around the video calling. These supported parameters, again, are going to be specific to your phone service or your phone system. Please consult your provider or your administrator for these elements. But this H.264 support here, where you can see it is enabled on this device, that's what enables us, that's the codec that enables us to be able to deliver video calling from phone to phone. Again, your phone system or your provider needs to support the H.264 codec. Lastly, if we'll just browse over to the Call Settings tab here under Account 1. And this will give you some more specific account-based functions, customizations, etc., such as the ability to support things like intercom barging. If you want to be able to play a warning tone for auto answer of intercom, if you want to start video automatically, or if you want to prompt when there's a remote video request. Very specific user experience features here that help to tweak the functionality and the behavior of the phone so that users get the experience that they expect and that they prefer. Ability to customize the ringtone. Quite a bit of different ringtone options here. And then what a lot of our users like is the ability to match an incoming caller ID to distinctive ringtones for each different caller ID. So I could have 3 different caller IDs for high priority callers with unique ringtones for each of those caller IDs. Nice feature there. Okay, that's it on the GXV3380. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. It's a great phone, as I mentioned earlier. It's my favorite phone right now on the market. I'm using this one personally right here. You're checking out my phone directly, and I've been over the moon about it, as you can tell. I really recommend it if you're looking for a high quality video phone. It's not a cheap phone. I think we sell it for around $350. However, it's worth every penny if you're looking for a high-end IP video phone. And if you're looking for more information regarding VoIP products, telecommunications services, unified communications as a service, etc., you can check out accentvoice.com, where we've got a ton of information on our cloud service and our SIP trunking services and phones like this. You can also check out our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this. And if you feel inclined, you liked what you saw here, please like this video. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below as well. And thank you very much for supporting our channel and checking out the GXV3380 review today. This is Chris, I'm with Accent, and thanks so much. We'll see you next time.